Hi, and welcome to Kidney Plugged In. It's our July episode, and we want to wish Canada a very happy 153rd birthday. And of course, we want to wish all of you a happy, healthy, and safe Canada Day celebration. And our We've Got You Covered for COVID series is back with more helpful tips to assist you navigate your way through COVID-19, such as changes in pharmacy care and prescription pickup. And we've got tips on the proper way to wear a mask and ways to care for it and dispose of it. And if you're living with PKD, we'll introduce you to PKD patient Elyse. She is in the kitchen today with her friend and kidney transplant recipient, Kate. And they're going to share one of their favorite summer salad recipes, along with a few tips of their own on how to manage a healthy diet while living with kidney disease. So stay with us because all of this is coming up next right here on Kidney Plugged In.
Hi everyone, I'm Elyse and I'm delighted to be back. I'm here in the kitchen today with my good friend and fellow kidney patient, Kate. Kate and I actually met back in 2010 through work, but then reconnected a few years later and both realized that we were living with kidney disease. So we've become really good friends through all of this and sharing our experiences together.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, and I'm happy to be back. Last month, my husband Brian and I did How Well Do You Know Your Kidney Weight? So today, awesome to be back with Elyse here, and we've been through lots of things over the last number of years, but today we're going to go through kind of a summertime salad that is kidney friendly, and you can make alterations as you need. So yeah, we're looking forward, because I'm not much of a cook, but salads is something I can kind of help with.
So stay tuned and we'll be back shortly.
So what is Canada Day? Well, Canada celebrates the day that Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Ontario, which was then Upper Canada, and Quebec, which was then Lower Canada, came together on July 1st, 1867. The rest of the provinces followed soon, and Nunavut joined Canada in 1999 after it split from the Northwest Territories. Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories. The provinces are BC, Alberta, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Newfoundland, and Prince Edward Island. And the territories are the Northwest Territories, Yukon, and Nunavut. Did you know that Canada's population is really small compared to the United States? We only have a population of 37 million. Wow, in the US, they have 328 million people living there. And did you know that Canada has the longest coastline in the entire world? It's 153,600 miles long. Scratch that. It's 243,976 kilometers because, after all, we're on the metric system. So what's the most popular Canadian phrase? I'm sorry, of course. Come to think of it, what is it with us Canadians? We really do apologize a lot. When someone bumps into us, we're usually the ones saying, I'm sorry. And all that politeness may be going to our heads after all, because 86% of Canadians believe that they live in the best country in the world. Canadians love beer.
Yay, more beer. Thanks, man.
In fact, Canada Day and a cold one go together like Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Good day. Take off.
In BC alone, residents guzzle over 1.2 million liters of beer over the country's birthday-long weekend. And that's statistics that are just from government-run liquor stores. Canada is a great neighbor. In fact, Canada and the U.S. celebrate the first weekend of July together. Canada Day is July 1st, and Independence Day is July 4th. And both are celebrated at Niagara Falls with huge, spectacular fireworks on display on July 1st and on July 4th at 10 p.m. What a sight. The beaver is Canada's national animal. You think Canada's national animal is cute and cuddly? Well, beavers aren't as sweet as they look. Beavers are quite vicious, and they've been known to attack humans and on some occasions kill them. Canada's national sport is hockey. Canadians love hockey. Hockey is a national sport, and Wayne Gretzky is a national treasure. Canada currently has 7 hockey teams in the NHL. These include the Vancouver Canucks, the Winnipeg Jets, the Calgary Flames, the Edmonton Oilers, the Ottawa Senators, the Montreal Canadiens, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Go team! Canada is a bilingual country. Canada as a country has 2 official languages, English and French. However, the status of English and French as Canada's official languages doesn't mean that both languages are widely spoken across the country or that every Canadian is bilingual. That really depends on which provinces you reside in. In Quebec and Ontario, for example, many people speak both French and English, and both English and French are taught in the schools. In other provinces, there are French immersion schools where French is taught as a primary or second language. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it's important to observe physical distancing and health regulations while enjoying the July 1st celebration. From Kidney Plugged In to everyone, we wish you a healthy, happy, and safe Canada Day weekend. Happy 153rd birthday, Canada!
Poser, take off.
Welcome back. It's Elyse and Kate, and we are here to make a lovely summer salad. Truth be told, I actually love going over to Brian and Kate's house because Brian is an incredible chef, and he'll often make us some really tasty dinners. So I'm not much of a cook myself either, but Brian will do it for us.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate that my husband is a very good cook. And so this is actually one of the salads that we use quite often for dinner parties and such because it's quite fresh, and we've gotten very good reviews over it. So I'll quickly kind of go through some of the ingredients that we're using today. Of course, the fresher the better for especially kidney patients. So today we have broccoli and some delightful peppers as well. Mixture of colors, of course, but I like to kind of keep to more sweeter ones on this salad. Of course, as a kidney patient, sometimes things that you have to make some alterations for. Bacon is delicious, but it's quite high in salt, right?
Yeah, it's not the best choice.
No, so I know Elyse and I both use turkey bacon, and there's actually an option of low sodium as well if you do.
It's a really great alternative choice. I actually eat it all the time.
Yeah, no, and even post-transplant, I continue to use the low sodium turkey bacon for a lot of my meals. Other things, which I'll share one here because I know Elyse loves craisins, so it gives that little deliciousness. And today we're incorporating some almonds as well. And of course, if you have nut allergies, stay away from that. And so that's kind of the base of the salad. All right, so of course every fresh salad needs a really good dressing for it. So I'm gonna go through a few of the ingredients here. So we have a mayonnaise.
Is that the light version of it?
It is, yeah, you know, a good alternative and keeping it lighter. We've got extra virgin olive oil and some honey. And
quite a bit of honey.
It is a bit of honey, and of course with every meal, depending on how many people you're preparing for, that will differ how much you use of everything. So today we have a bit, because there's a few of us here. We've got lemon juice, and then a mixture of Italian seasoning and salt and pepper to add a little bit there.
There's some really great alternatives now for seasonings. Yeah. You can get Mustache, which is like a low sodium option or no salt option actually. So you don't have to have every different spice available. You can just go out and buy a prepackaged product.
Absolutely, which is really helpful when you're preparing stuff.
Yes.
As well as, you know, there's lots of fresh seasonings things too
definitely.
that you can add, like a little bit of garlic or things like that. But we're not using that in today's salad. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting started with preparing this salad.
Great, so what's the first step?
Well, I might get you to start on the broccoli here.
Great, perfect.
So we'll make them kind of into bite-sized pieces because you don't want to have guests having to shove a whole piece of broccoli in their mouth. And then, so the base of the salad, of course, is the broccoli, and I would say the peppers. So we've kind of pre-started to cut the peppers. And so we're gonna kind of start to build the base of this and add in our few other alternative items here as well, including the turkey bacon, craisins, and almonds. And then we'll finish up with the dressing as well.
Great.
We're plugged in, and we've got you covered for COVID. Face masks can be worn to help protect those around you and should definitely be worn by people who are sick. Wearing a non-medical or cloth mask or face covering is a matter of personal choice. but during this time of COVID-19, it can help to protect others. Some people can spread the virus when they have very mild symptoms or may be unaware they are infected. In this case, wearing a mask can help protect others by containing your own droplets from coughing, sneezing, speaking, or laughing. Wearing a cloth mask will not protect you from COVID-19, but it is a good option in situations where you cannot keep a safe distance from others for an extended period of time, such as when you're on transit, at the grocery store, getting a haircut, or visiting someone indoors. Any mask, no matter how efficient at filtration or how good the seal, will have minimal effect if it is not used together with other preventative measures such as frequent hand washing and physical distancing. Medical masks and N95 respirators should be reserved for healthcare workers. If you're healthy, people can use homemade or cloth masks to protect others. However, if a person is symptomatic or caring for someone who is symptomatic, it is better to use commercial masks if available. Here is some information to improve the effectiveness of homemade masks. Use clean and stretchy 100% cotton, tea towels, sheets, t-shirts, or pillowcases. Ensure the mask fits tightly around your nose and mouth. Material that allows droplets to pass through will not work. The mask should be comfortable, or you won't want to wear it consistently. If the mask makes it harder to breathe, then the seal will not be as good and the mask will be less effective. We're Kidney Plugged In, and we've got you covered for COVID.
As a PKD patient, I try to limit my sodium by using low sodium products, be really conscious of my alcohol intake. That's really key. But I was actually quite fortunate. My dad had PKD growing up, so my parents were very conscious and aware of a kidney-friendly diet early on. So for me, the changes haven't been very dramatic. But I know you had a bit of a different experience, Kate.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed just over 7 years ago with what's called IgA nephropathy. And so more or less, it was kind of a sudden diagnosis. So one of the big things was all of a sudden to make all the diet changes was a big thing.
Yeah.
So, eating fresh, low sodium, minimal potassium, protein, that sort of thing too. So it was definitely a big change, but over time it became a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely. So what are some of the do's and don'ts? What are the key things that you remember when you were first diagnosed?
Yeah, so, a few of the things, potassium is a big one. So
and I have a problem with that too. So
yeah, I know yours is up and down. So bananas is a big thing.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that bananas have a lot of potassium in them. So,
but things like potatoes as well, which people didn't really know about.
Yeah, and that sort of thing. Yeah, so there's potatoes, even things like spinach. So people have, we're making a salad here today, and spinach salad, of course, is another fave for the summer. And usually if it's fresh spinach, it's not as huge, but as soon as you cook spinach, it shrinks so much,
same with kale, I believe.
Yeah, same thing. So you have to be careful of things like that. And then protein as well, right? Not having a 8 to 10 ounce steak anymore was, not that I was before, but sticking to the lower portions and low fat type of meats as well.
Yeah, that's really key. And then obviously, of course, drinking water. That's huge, making sure that your water intake is always high.
Absolutely. It's essential to keep those kidneys hydrated. And even post-surgery now, it's absolutely still imperative to keep that new kidney happy. And my diet's actually changed a bit since, going from pre to post-transplant. I can eat a lot wider variety of things, but now there's some new things that I can't actually eat as well.
And what's the key one? I know what it is already.
Well, Elyse hears it from me all the time. So I was, I love sushi, and raw sushi is one of my favorite things. I just gotten into it, and then post-surgery, of course, they say to avoid anything raw, really, just due to the chance of listeria, that sort of thing. You don't want to get sick, etc. But I'm very thankful, and there's still lots of good options out there for me.
We're plugged in, and we've got you covered for COVID. So what is the best way to clean and dispose of used masks? Commercial masks should not be cleaned and reused because putting surgical masks in the washing machine may damage the protective layers in the masks, reducing their effectiveness. If you are sick or caring for someone who is sick, masks need to be changed frequently. All masks should be changed if wet or visibly soiled. A wet mask should not be used for an extended period of time. To dispose of masks after use. Wash your hands with soap and water before taking off your mask. Never dispose of your masks or disposable wipes by flushing them down the toilet. This can cause backup in the city sewer system. Instead, dispose of used masks, disposable wipes, and gloves in a wastebasket lined with a plastic bag. After taking off your mask, wash your hands again with soap and water before touching your face or doing anything else. When emptying waste baskets, take care not to touch used masks or tissues with your hands. Clean your hands with soap and water after emptying the waste basket. All waste can go in the regular garbage bins. Remember that homemade or cloth masks should be cleaned and changed often. Do so by washing it using the directions on the original material, but in general, warmer water is better. Do not shake dirty masks to minimize spreading of germs and particles through the air. If dirty cloth masks have been in contact with someone who is sick, they can still be washed with other people's laundry. Any damage, fabric breakdown, or change in fit will reduce the already limited protection of cloth masks. We're Kidney Plugged In, and we've got you covered for COVID.
Oh, welcome back. So Kate, we've done the chopping. What's the next step?
Yeah, so what we'll need to do is there's a few last things that we need to add into the salad before we get to the dressing. So I've already pre-cut some almonds here. Now the almonds, these are just freshly cut almonds. What my husband usually likes to do is he likes to just roast them on the oven top real quick, just to give them that little bit of a toasted almond. But today we're just gonna do raw almonds. And again, as I said earlier, you don't want to, if you have nut allergies, almonds aren't really your choice, but there is lots of things. So there's a good amount of that if you want to start mixing there, Elyse. Also, like we talked about, today we're adding turkey bacon, low sodium turkey bacon, which of course low sodium is, as we've been chatting about, really key. Helps with blood pressure. Which is also very important as well. So yeah, we'll add a little bit of that in there. It gives that little bit of crispiness too, which is always delicious.
This looks really good.
Yeah, no, it's tasty. It's one of my father-in-law's second favorite salad he has proclaimed. So, you know, my husband takes pride in that. Assuming his brother is a chef here in Vancouver. So for him to have the second favorite salad is pretty. So sorry, before I get into here, I'm getting excited about the salad making here. We're adding some craisins. If you're not sure what craisins are, they're like almost, they look like raisins, but they're
dried cranberries, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, and this adds a little bit of sweetness to it as well. Looks like we need a few more in here.
Yes.
And I know you like them, so we'll add a whole bunch. So,
perfect.
So that's kind of the base of the salad. So we've got, again, the broccoli, the peppers, the almonds, turkey bacon, and also the craisins.
Perfect.
So we'll put that aside.
Okay.
And we'll get started on the dressing. So,
this is your bowl for that.
Thank you, appreciate that. Okay, so we're gonna start with our light mayonnaise. Of course, there is regular, but when you're looking at stuff, you know, when you're trying to make a nice light salad, doing the mayonnaise. So we'll try to get that out as best as possible.
This looks like a really good salad I can take to lunch, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it's one of those things, you know, it's hard not to go sit on a patio sometime during the summer, right? And so, you know, being able to take a nice fresh salad would maybe avoid having it, because I'm sure having at restaurants is difficult for you.
Yeah, well, I have the added, you know, complication of being celiac as well, so I can't eat anything with gluten in it. So I always have to be really prepared, you know, taking into consideration the kidney side of things and the celiac side of things. So this is perfect. I'm excited to bring this for lunch this week.
Absolutely. So now we're going to do the extra virgin olive oil to add a little bit. So we'll just get that mixed in there.
Perfect.
Those out of the way. Now to add a little bit of sweetness, we've got honey. And of course, honey is a good alternative when you need that little bit of something extra in a salad to keep it going, sort of thing. So let's see.
We're adding the whole thing.
I don't know. We'll see if, of course, like we said before, depending on how much you're making for people, and what we can do is when we get to dressing the salad, we can, you know, decide how much we actually want to put on.
That makes sense.
My husband likes to make it extra saucy for that. So some lemon juice, a good little tart almost in that. So we'll
I love fresh lemon juice.
Right?
I always have it in my water because, you know, we have to drink a lot of water.
Yes, water is essential with kidney disease and just general good health, of course, having that. And this again is the mixture of Italian seasoning, a little bit of salt and pepper, just to give a little bit. So we'll mix that up a bit, shove that in there.
Great.
If you don't mind mixing that together. Yeah,
it's really good.
Absolutely. It just gives a little bit of coating for on top of that fresh salad that we can enjoy.
Okay, there we go.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. So we'll get that nicely mixed in. Move that out of the way.
Pour it on top?
Yeah, let's give her a go and we'll see, and we'll start dressing it. Perfect.
Is that good for now, I think?
Yeah, I think so. I bet you. I'm assuming everyone likes a little bit of a dressy salad. We've got quite a bit in here. So you can see escaping peppers. We're good. Thank you. You know what? I think we could probably put the rest in there. Awesome. We can always drain it out if it's too much in there.
Okay.
Perfect. Awesome. So once you kind of mix that all together here, you've got this delicious fresh salad with, everything's honestly quite fresh produce and veggies and everything. You're gonna try a little bit? What do you think?
That's actually really good.
Yeah? Good. Sometimes, the other thing that I didn't bring today, but sometimes Brian likes to throw in there is a little Dijon mustard in the sauce as well, just to give it a little bit. So that's sometimes an added factor. And of course, this salad can be a variety of multiple different things.
I can even see putting like a chicken breast on here or something as well.
Yeah, protein's super important, isn't it? You need protein in some way or another. Go ahead, you can dig in.
I want to try another piece.
But like we were saying earlier, you can't have as much of a protein as much, but there's some great alternatives.
There really are, like chicken breast is good, or what else? Shrimp sometimes, I use a little bit of shrimp.
Or fresh fish, that sort of thing.
Salmon. Oh, that salmon would be really good on this.
Salmon would be good
salmon.
too. Yeah. Barbecued salmon and
this on the side.
Yeah, no, it's a good combo. And when you're looking for kidney friendly or just general health, it's anything fresh like this is really good.
Huh. Awesome.
Let's give a show. There it is.
We're Kidney Plugged In, and we've got you covered for COVID. The situation regarding COVID-19 continues to evolve here in BC and across Canada. As part of the response to this continuing global health pandemic, patients in BC will be able to continue to obtain refills of their regular prescriptions at pharmacies. This is an effort to avoid non-essential physician visits and free doctors to treat COVID-19 cases. Pharmacists are committed to ensuring ongoing patient access, so make sure to speak to your pharmacist about what an appropriate supply of medications looks like for you. If you need to visit your local pharmacy, make sure to observe key health and safety guidelines, including observing physical distancing recommendations, wearing a mask, and if possible, arrange to have someone pick up medications for you. Do not visit a pharmacy in person if you're experiencing symptoms or are self-isolating. Instead, tell your pharmacy to arrange to have your required medications delivered to you. Patients with compromised immune systems or who have an increased risk of more severe outcomes from COVID-19 may need a longer supply of medications to reduce the number of visits to the pharmacy or clinic if they do become sick. Check with your local pharmacist about the appropriate supply of medication for your circumstances. Plan ahead when ordering supplies in the event that some supplies normally stocked by your local pharmacy may be depleted. Remember not to stockpile medications. Doing so could be harmful to the drug supply and could put others at risk. The College of Pharmacists of BC recommends no more than a single month's supply, but patients should speak to their pharmacist about the personal health situation, and their pharmacist can recommend an appropriate supply of medications. The College of Pharmacists of BC is working closely with the Ministry of Health and other partners to support the response of this new illness as part of BC's health system. The situation is ever-changing, so for more information on pharmacy's role in helping fight COVID-19, please visit bcpharmacist.org/COVID-19. We're Kidney Plugged In, and we've got you covered for COVID.
I'm Elyse with Did You Know? Did you know polycystic kidney disease, or PKD, is a genetic disorder causing multiple cysts to form on the kidneys? Kidney failure resulting from PKD is caused by a combination of pressure from expanding cysts and scarring in the normal support tissue in the kidney. PKD can strike anyone at any time, and about 5% of all people requiring dialysis or kidney transplantation have PKD. PKD is an inherited disease. This means that it is passed down from one parent to their child. There are two forms of PKD, autosomal dominant PKD, ADPKD, and autosomal recessive PKD, ARPKD. Although there is no cure for PKD, significant progress in research has been made and novel treatments are available to ease symptoms and delay the progression of the disease. Wow, this is delicious.
Turned out pretty well.
It's like restaurant quality salad.
Absolutely. That's the thing when you're heading out into the restaurant world and going out for a night out, you kind of have to plan your meal a little bit and know what's on the menu, right?
Yeah.
As we're both trying to chew our salad because it's so delicious.
What was the biggest change for you when you went to restaurants after finding out that you had kidney disease?
Yeah, I think, you know, we've talked about protein quite a bit, but low sodium is a big piece as well. And when you're trying to make choices at restaurants, of course, they're preparing mass amounts of food for everybody.
Yeah.
And trying to find fresh things that have lower sodium. So I know one of the things I would do if I got salad, sometimes the dressing can have even sometimes a lot of sodium to it, right? So I'd always get it on the side. And I know one of the things, high blood pressure can come from too much sodium and that sort of thing can affect that. And kidney disease is one of the top causes of kidney disease is high blood pressure.
Yeah, and I know we're both on blood pressure medication, or I am still. Are you still?
Well, I was on quite a bit before my transplant. Now I'm on a very minimal amount. It's a huge change since transplant. And that was one of the things is that my kidney disease caused high blood pressure.
Right.
And then in turn, the high blood pressure caused damage to my kidneys. So it was kind of like this little evil cycle.
Yeah.
So once my blood pressure was in check, it was not bad, but I still had to make the choices. I wasn't eating that big burger and
just because you're on medication
salt.
doesn't mean that you can, you know, go crazy with the salt.
Yeah, well, and I think one of the things, even if I do now still get like a burger or fries or something like that, right? Get a lettuce bun instead of the real bun, especially for you. And then also now I still get no salt or seasoning on my fries.
Yeah, so do I.
And people kind of look at me and I'm like, yeah, it's a good choice still, even post-transplant. It's important to watch the sodium because you want to keep your blood pressure in check.
Yeah, definitely. So. I'm really enjoying this salad. Thank you so much for introducing it to me.
Cheers.
But wait, we have some breaking news. The Kidney Foundation is very proud to announce that we have a new member of the kidney community. Kate and her husband Brian are the proud parents of beautiful baby girl Adeline Chong. Addie arrived at 8:52 a.m. on June 14th and weighed in at 7 pounds 3 ounces. Congratulations, Kate, Brian, and of course you too, Mosby, on the arrival of precious Adeline. We hope that she'll make her TV debut right here on Kidney Plugged In.